I can edit this anyways, so.
Oh, so it started already.
Yeah, I literally just hit start like 5 seconds
So we
ago.
fucked it up.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Let's go raw. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
That'll be a. Now that we're recording, that can be a blooper.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. 3, 2. Serious faces. Serious
Game
faces.
face, game face.
Game face. Hitting you up. How are you gonna do that? Sup guys, DCK here, hitting you up with a vid, but you can't see my face.
Why is that?
Huh, why is that? Wait, who's this?
EmeraldFlowsion62 invading your video like WCW on Raw.
Which time? The first one?
Actually, I'm invading you like ECW on Raw in '97 because that was awesome.
Yes.
So anyway, all right. So tell everyone why you can't be seen.
Because, well, this is an audio video, and because I'm doing an audio video with my good buddy EmeraldFlowsion62 here.
Who's that guy? Anyway, you're stealing my style. I do audio videos. And audio video is like a paradox, isn't it?
like a multiverse?
But it doesn't make sense. If it's audio, it's not a video.
Huh.
Anyway, the point is, what are we going to talk about?
What is everyone else talking about?
Ring of Honor.
Oh, of course. I was personally I was thinking IWA East Coast.
Oh, shit! I
Yeah.
love me some IWA East Coast. All day.
All day, day.
Everybody's talking about Chikara and their internet pay-per-view. Well, at least in the indie complex sector of the IWC.
Woohoo! All 12 of us.
Yeah, that's really what it is. But there's this other guy. Have you seen this other guy that he's this new guy. I've never seen him before. I seen him the other day. Anyway, he's cool. I'll show you his stuff later. Anyway, so we're talking about the Chikara Eye pay-per-view, and I have a challenge to somebody who lost their smile recently. If you get what I'm saying. Spinnernet, you gave up on wrestling, right? So I have $15 right here in my hand. Now, if this was not an audio video, you'd be able to see that. But I will PayPal you $15 if you order this show on Sunday. Well, maybe before Sunday, so you don't have to be right to the last minute. But anyway, do it, and if you say you'll do it, I'll give you the $15, and then you review it, and that's it. That's the deal. I would do that. Someone gave me money to watch pay-per-view, so that's my challenge to you, and then that's about it. So I think it would benefit us, everyone, doing it because it would open your mind up to something new. You would give my favorite company recognition, and maybe other people would check it out. So that's about it.
That's right, Spinnernet. Let Sean be your pimp.
Yeah, I've never done this for anyone, so you should take advantage of it. And this isn't me doing like satire on the whole mess from earlier this year, because I am a fan of satire, but this is not it.
This is not an SNL skit.
Right. Anyway, so I'm just laying that out there. I guess we're gonna have to make this a response to his last video where he lost his smile.
Insert Shawn Michaels broken back having sex with Sunny joke here.
Oh yeah.
Sunny days for everyone. Sunny days for everyone.
Is that what her tagline was after every guy she had sex with?
I think it was just with Bret Hart.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I went there, Bret. I'm calling you out.
Oh shit! From spinning it to Bret Hart, we're really moving up.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, what is Chikara? Well, tell me about it. I've never heard of it.
Oh, Chikara? You mean that fun little promotion based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
The only company I like. Right. All right.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, because you don't watch anything else ever.
Never have sync tube parties. I've been watching a lot of Big Japan, by the way. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
um,
but before we get off topic into my favorite Japanese promotion.
yeah. Okay, so Chikara's doing their iPay-per-view, as you know, but we're going to do something a little different because everyone's already not previewed yet, everyone's talked about the angles leading up to it. So I think since we know a lot about Chikara, we should talk about what we think is going to happen.
Because we're pretty knowledgeable guys.
Yeah, we are.
Let's start. We're actually going to start at the free Ustream pre-show A-Go-Go.
Mm-hmm.
What do you... free. I wonder what that might entail. Yes, you get to watch a match for free out of the ECW arena on Chikara's Ustream channel, which I don't have the link to at the moment. I'll probably find it and put it in the description when this video is posted.
All you gotta do is search Chikara Media Ustream. It comes up on Google. So.
Or you can listen to Sean and ignore me. That also helps.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to be Andy Right Leg Ridge versus some local yokel. No, wait, no, actually, that's not the case.
That was the case.
Yeah, it's going to be Max Moon versus Mantar.
Hey, I've been digging Max Moon lately. Not gonna lie.
You just listened to the Mike Quackenbush interview.
Yeah, but
Mark.
you know what? He had some fucking ahead of its time moves. No, he was like 1-2-3 Kid before 1-2-3 Kid in the Mega Man costume. How can you not like that? Anyway, so this is El Generico versus Jigsaw.
Wait, El Generico, as in that ROH guy who bumps like a madman and is really fun?
Yeah, that's the guy.
That guy.
And Jigsaw, the one that Ring of Honor fucked up.
The guy who must wear a mask forever.
Yeah. So this match is going to be great. I don't know how you feel about spot fests, but that's what this is going to be.
It's going to be fun and fast, and people are going to smile, and El Generico is going to say stuff in Spanish, even though he's a Canadian, and everyone's going to be happy.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Jigsaw better start hitting that cutter again, though. You know the one where you jump into the middle rope and then backwards and hit an ace crusher?
Yes.
He hasn't done that in a long-ass time.
Move mark.
Yeah, I am a move.
Trademark.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Are you calling out trademark now?
You and me versus Trademark and Bret Hart.
Special guest referee, Spinnernet.
Yes. Book it, Wink. Book it.
This is the worst video I've ever been involved in.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what's after that free amazing match? That everyone should watch, because look, there's no excuse. If you say, I don't have $15, alright, well then you can watch this for free and just tell us what you think of that match.
One of the best wrestlers in independent wrestling, if not the world, is on a free match.
Yeah.
Just go watch it and have some fun, even if you're just the biggest dick in the whole wide world, and you don't even feel like streaming this show. Just go watch this Ustream match and be happy for once in your miserable lives.
Oh my god, I don't think this is how we're gonna get people to watch it, dude. This is like the wrong way.
That'll be edited out.
Why? It's the truth. You gotta kill people with kindness to make them watch this shit.
Indeed. Indeed.
Anyway, well, that's my philosophy. It never works anyway, but...
This will be a fun match. I'm not sure if they'll run any angles out of this, aside from... Jigsaw is getting frustrated, but I don't think they'll pull any triggers in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's not on the main card.
Now, do you think... Now, there's a rumor going around that this is because the contract that El Generico has, but at the same rate, I've also heard that the Young Bucks have a contract with Ring of Honor. So why are they on the show and this isn't? Do you think it's a case of that, or do you think they just want to give away a good match for free?
I think it's mostly the latter. I think,
Because I don't know about the contracts in Ring of Honor. You know, I don't keep up with it like everyone else. I do keep up with it, but not like everyone else. So.
Well, let's think about it. We have Delirious working for both of these companies.
True. We had Claudio too.
And so. Claudio. I'm talking more, the ROH office being linked to this company. So I can.
That's the key component there. I think Delirious is okay with it because, well, him and Chikara are,
they're cool.
Yeah.
They have been for a while.
Yeah, I haven't thought of that. Yeah, that's true.
You don't think much, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a vegetable.
Mm-hmm. Want to move on to the main card?
Yes.
Let's go first up. The squash match of the decade, Sarah Del Rey versus Jakob Hammermeyer.
I agree with that. Because I explained it in another video that you probably saw, that he kind of is like Bobby Heenan, where, like, you love to see him get beat up.
Oh, yes.
It's just entertaining. Like, I loved his first match with Green Ant. Like, it's not something you're going to be like, oh, my God, it's 5 stars. But it's like, it was what it needed to be, exactly what it needed to be, where, like, Jakob would try to hit moves and he would just get himself all fucked up and he'd get hurt.
Never had they made a rookie look more realistic as a rookie. He was screwing things up. He could do only the simplest things. Green Ant looked like Ric Flair compared to him. Like, just booked wonderfully. And now Sarah Del Rey is going to kick him in the mouth.
Yeah, and, like, oh my God, it's going to be so fun. I hope at the end of this match, well, at the conclusion of the pay-per-view, he's in, like, 5 casts again or whatever.
Oh, God. Fantastic.
That was so funny. Every show, he'd come out with another garment of, like, like, medical stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how to speak English.
By the way, if Jakob is not Gimmick of the Year for most major wrestling publications, I riot.
So now you're going against Meltzer.
I don't give 2 shits what Meltzer says.
Whoa! Alright, so what's...
I'm a Brian and Vinny fan, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah?
I think we're going to go ahead and go with the rematch from King of Trios 2011. A match that was really influential in one man's career, if you ask both of us.
This match is going to be very entertaining. This marks the first time that Colt Cabana will cross paths with Colt Cabana. And I think that's something that a lot of Chikara fans that have been around since, like, 2006 have wanted to see. So this will give you that. And, didn't Ring of Honor just let go of Colt Cabana?
It appears that they have parted ways.
That's so fucked up. Like, he was there for them since 2002, and that's it, huh? But yeah, fuck Ring of Honor then. Because look, alright, how over did he get in Noah?
Pretty darn over.
Exactly, especially with that one
considering
guy.
His first tour and the way he wrestles.
Yeah. But look at how over Ebeson got in Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Serious companies need something that's not so serious once in a while.
And in Japan, you can make that work surprisingly well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And if Jakob Hammermeyer isn't the Gimmick of the Year, Archibald Peck is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Now, see, the thing is, I hate that he's getting over as a face, but there's nothing I can do to stop it, so...
It worked well in Young Lions Cup when he had to go up against Tadasuke and get punched in the face. But
yes.
That was probably the closest he ever was to a babyface.
That's true.
Which was interesting, but he's such a wackadoo. He'll eventually be the comic foil to Colt Cabana.
Yeah. So who do you think's gonna win this match?
The crowd.
Well done.
Indeed.
I think Archibald might win another one here.
I think
he's been on a winning streak.
I can imagine a Peck victory, probably with shenanigans from the lovely Veronica, as Gavin would say. The giant Amazon that is Veronica.
Let me tell you a story about Veronica for a second. When I was at Young Lions Cup, she ripped me a new one. I'm not even lying. Like you wouldn't expect her to do that, but like she was like on the side of the ring that I was sitting, and I was just talking about how I was rooting for Tadasuke and shit, and then she like found out I was from Jersey and she started making fun of me.
Oh.
Like, during the whole match.
She found your Achilles heel.
Yes. It was weird because like you don't expect that out of her, but she was a snotty bitch that night. It was great. She had personality that night, and I think she's showing more of it the longer it goes on, which is good. Good for her.
I definitely imagine more than just interference from Veronica this Sunday. I mean, there's going to be Cabana, Cabunny, Veronica, Peck. It's going to be
but you know what would be hilarious, and this could happen. What if CM Punk's music hits, but it's high pitched, and CP Monk comes out?
Oh, good God. I think I'd have a stroke.
And he's on the side of Colt Cabana.
But he would need to come out to Cult of Personality.
Oh, that's true, but like a chipmunk version of it. Cult of Personality.
Karaoke, ladies and gentlemen, karaoke.
That would be hilarious. That's what they have to do now. Chikara, if you don't do this, I'm never gonna buy another thing from you again.
Book it, Wink.
Yeah.
Book it, Wink. I'm still waiting for Shane Matthews versus Mr. Zero in a 15-foot high steel cage.
Oh, that's on this pre-show. You didn't hear about that?
Oh.
Yeah, it's at the special start time, 9 in the morning. So, that match should be really funny. But like I said, I think Archibald's going to get the win. It's probably going to be a really funny match, but it's probably also going to be a very close match. But I think he's going to cheat like hell to win.
I think it's going to be very much a King of Trios callback. Only with Cabunny shenanigans, which I'm perfectly fine with because that's a really fun match from King of Trios.
Yes.
Wrestling-wise and comedy-wise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Moving on?
Yes.
Gregory Iron versus Icarus. Icarus, our favorite heel in the whole wide world, next to maybe a handful of guys. For those who don't remember Young Lions Cup, you might have seen young Sean here sporting the greatest fan gimmick of all time.
Yeah.
The Icarus Fan Club Bag of Doom.
Yeah, but you gotta really pause it because you can read all of our bags, which all say really funny things on them. But anyway, I'm not trying to get myself over here, Jake, so...
No. That's why I of course, because you're starting a YouTube channel for the children.
Right.
For the children.
But Icarus is really underrated, and I think people are actually starting to realize that this year. For some reason, people are all, which is good. I'm not complaining. People are finally realizing how good of an in-ring talent he is, I think, and which is good. Because I think a lot of people thought coming into the Chikara, because, the IWC's love of Chikara has not been that long, as a whole. So... Mm-hmm. I remember 2009, you'd have to walk like 5 miles before you came across a Chikara review, and now it's not that hard.
That wasn't King of Trios related, or they went to a live show. It would
right. And that's really why I started making them, and then I guess, but anyway, that's another topic for another time. But the point is,
you made Icarus, basically, just like how Big Rat made Kyle O'Reilly, and you made Icarus.
No. And that's not true because I think I liked Kyle O'Reilly before Big Rat did. But anyway, I'm calling out Big Rat now. 6-man tag.
Book it, Wink. Book it.
The point is that I think a lot of people that when they were coming into Chikara at that around Three Fisted Tails thought he had X-Pac heat, which I don't think is true. I think it has a lot. I think. Because he used to be an over face in 04 and 05, you know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so after he ended the career of Mr. Zero and Jolly Roger, I think that's really what put him over the top as a heel, and then he started acting like a dick, and I think it's just fun to hate him. And the tattoo, I actually like his tattoo because of that podcast I've listened to. He explains what it is.
It's not. I agree with Leonard Chikarason. It's not the worst tattoo I've ever seen.
Yeah. I really don't think it is. People just make
But
fun of guys with colored tattoos, you know?
but it's a fantastic gimmick. It's it's so great. Just
Yeah. So anyway, this is actually Greg Iron's first match in the ECW arena of all ever.
mm-hmm.
So it's a big moment for him. People often these days disregard the arena. I remember when I was going to first go to the arena, I was so excited. Everyone's like, "It's not that great." No, it was a great experience because you think of all the great things that have happened there, and as a wrestler, I'm sure you think the same things. And this is a big moment for his career, and he's definitely going over though. It's going to be a feel good. It's going to be a feel good win, But I really want Icarus to. Oh, and I know he will. He's going to heal the shit out of this. He'll love the shit out of this.
And in front of a nice big crowd in Philadelphia, it's going to be something.
I hope it's big.
It's got buzz, so we got that going for it.
Yeah, but here's the problem. A lot of wrestling fans are fat. So most wrestling fans are going to be like, why should I go up there if I could just watch it on my TV? I mean, computer.
Or TV if you have a Roku box. Plug.
Roku box. What do you think about this match, and who do you think is going to win?
I don't. I see Iron going over. If Icarus were to go over, then they would have something pretty big planned for him. Because it seems like they're going even. The belts are the tag titles are still on his fellow fist mates.
Well, yeah, but they could do the Cooper rule. They did it once.
True. But then again, they did that with the Osirian portal with freaking Scorpion Egipcio.
And, they did?
Yeah. When I believe it was Amasis who was injured in Fall of 08.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Indeed. But then then Ophidian got injured in 09. That was a good title run, but it was also a bad title run. Anyway, it just had a lot of bad luck. The Osirian portal actually had a lot of bad luck.
We'll get to them in a second.
Yeah. But, people overlook Icarus's performance in the 12 large. He was tied for second.
Mm-hmm.
And he did pretty damn good.
Iron versus Icarus? I mean, Iron over Icarus?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And we'll see where they go from there.
And we'll see where they go with this whole Royal Rumble shits.
Ooh, yeah.
But here's my opinion on that. I'll give you a little bit of my opinion on that. And
go ahead.
Choice. Yeah. I think he knows he's already going to the Rumble. I think Chikara is using it as a marketing ploy.
Are we supposed to be ashamed?
No. No.
That's great.
It's smart on their part. I think he already knows he's going. And Chikara is just, saying, we're just going to let him make this video so that people can view Chikara at the expense of Greg Iron, which I don't think is degrading at all. I mean, he got a lot of coverage in the media, mainstream media, because of CM Punk, and I think Iron is happy to do that for a company that he likes.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun here. He's having a lot of fun with Icarus.
I was surprised when they made him a regular. When I saw him on the roster, I couldn't believe it, but I was really happy for him.
He's a hell of a guy. I wish the best for him.
Yeah. He's hilarious on Facebook. Are you friends with him?
No.
He has, indie wrestling rules. It was indie wrestling rule number 500. If you promote a show, you can't have it happen. Or some shit like... It's funny. No, it's not really that stupid. No, it's funny and it's true. Most of the stuff he says is true.
I will check it out.
Yeah.
Before we move on to some of the bigger matches of the evening, let's talk about the future of the Osirian portal revealed as the Funky Pharaoh himself, Amasis, will address the Chikarmi in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Do you want to start with this topic, Sean?
Yeah, because I think people are forgetting a lot of things. I don't think people are picking up on a lot of things that I've picked up on. First of all,
we've picked up on. Thank you very much.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, Ophidian, you wouldn't have been able to pick up on this because you didn't see the Tennessee show yet. But on that show, he gets pretty frustrated. I'm not going to go any further. And also his blog that he recently wrote. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's got heel tendencies in it. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I don't think it's going to simply be Omos's coming out and saying, I'm returning or I'm not. I don't think he is going to return, but I think Chikara was smart with this and said, we might as well make use of this. And I think Ophidion's going to beat the shit out of Omos's. That's what I think.
You pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. So yeah, Ophidian is going... Something very Rudo-ish is going to happen. I honestly don't see Omos coming back. It's awesome that he's paying this visit here, and it's something. And it's never would you think that this is essentially, it's like putting a Piper's Pit at WrestleMania. Mickey Babylon reference.
Yeah.
And this is definitely worth it. We're gonna have Wink out there, Wink Vavasur, the director of Fun, who, for those who don't read the blog, was a big fan of Omos's, big fan of Huracan, who he got to join into the portal, but isn't that big on Ophidian, based on the whole star quality deal.
Yeah, well, it's all sour grapes because he thought Huracan was going to win the vote by the fans
to replace Omos in the 12 Large Summit. So he's been bitter ever since.
The way the fans made this angle happen.
Yep.
But yeah, something's definitely going to go down here. I don't think it's going to be plain. Some people might be also wondering, like, if you're just going to tell us all this stuff, what's the point of watching? We don't know what's going to happen. We just think we know.
It could be a lot more boring or a lot more interesting. This is just wrestling logic telling us what's going to happen, and Lord knows that logic and wrestling are like water and oil.
See, now if we were trying to do this for TNA, it'd be so much harder. So much harder.
No.
Or WCW 2000. But anyway, so what's after that? Young Bucks versus Colony. Versus the Colony. This is a dream match of mine, actually. I don't think they've ever versed one-on-one, have they?
Probably not.
Well, I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I'm kind of excited about it.
Kinda.
I mean, the only match that needs to happen with me in the Colony now is the Motor City Machine Guns in the Colony.
Oh,
that's about it.
Yeah. But
anyway, this is going to be an amazing match. Both teams have amassed 2 points. And, of course, in Chikara, you got to get 3 points for a title shot. You probably heard this in a million other videos if you're watching this one. Because everyone's trying to explain what Chikara is in their videos. So, yeah, they both have 2 points. This is really cool. They haven't done something like this in a long-ass time. I don't know if you've thought about that, but they've never had 2 teams with 2 points versus each other in a long-ass time.
That's a pretty cool deal right there.
Yeah. Because it's basically a number 1 contenders match.
Yeah. Which is not a conventional thing when it comes to the Chikara universe.
Exactly. So
yeah.
It's a little different. It's a little different. The way that it's set up, there's a little more on the line because both teams have won twice. So it'd be heartbreaking if one of them lost. But I know who's going to win. So
it's probably the Young Bucks.
Yeah, that's why they did the whole Jigsaw Nick Jackson thing, which I'm glad they did because we were talking about this. I would have been very disappointed if that was the match on the show. It's a good way to bring in the Young Bucks as a tag team.
Considering the DGUSA bookings happening this weekend, it's completely understandable that we couldn't get Taylor and Gargano against the Young Bucks for the titles. This is absolutely the next best thing you could have done.
Oh, yeah, because I think the Colony is one of the best teams in the world. Mm-hmm. I think the Young Bucks are also one of the best teams in the world.
Yes, and they're one of the hottest properties, and the handshake gimmick. Love it. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
That's gimmick number 3.
Man, Chikara's really firing in all cylinders here with these gimmicks.
Yeah. According to us too.
So this is going to be another a big movie match, I think, which is good because I think a lot of people are going to watch Chikara that haven't before. And especially like Ring of Honor fans want to see this type of stuff, so you might as well give it to them. Hook them in, and then do your thing, you know.
if the Colony didn't win you over at King of Trios either last year or this year, they will probably win you over here.
Oh my God, they had 2 stellar performances in a row at King of Trios, on different sides of the coin. Well, sort of. They were both very heroic performances in a way. You know what I mean? And even though they lost in 2010, the way that they won in 2011 to go through all the heel teams, just the booking was so good. I thought with that whole thing. And just their moveset is so epic, and like it helps cater to them when they're in epic matches. You know, they just have moves that get emotion out of you. You know,
you believe in what you're seeing for once.
Yes,
and that's important.
Like, and just the whole premise of what the Colony is, they're ants. If you have an ant farm, you know. You'll notice how much ants work together and how well they work together as a unit, and that's the whole point of the team, and that's why their moveset is so cool. It just makes sense.
Then again, you don't want one of your ants to be squashed, like in this next match, Green Ant versus Tursus.
Wow, that was such a good segue, bro.
I do what I can.
As a broadcasting major, I'll give it to you.
I do what I can. I'm a business major, so I'm about making money.
What's money?
Yeah, Evolve. What's money? Oh, I just went there, Gabe.
I bet you Chikara is going to outdraw them on the iPay-per-view.
I would not be surprised in the slightest.
Anyway, so this story's been going back a long time. You've probably heard a lot of people talk about it.
Green Ant slams Tursus. They have a match. There's shenanigans. It's Luger versus Yokozuna. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also really damn fun.
It's very fun. This is one of my favorite feuds, actually.
And for those who think that the Sarah Del Rey match against Jakob Hammermeyer is a waste, I disagree. I believe they're doing that. They're going to do that exclusively to get Jakob out of the picture so that we can have Green Ant versus Tursus one-on-one, no shenanigans. Green Ant will probably get that big win. I actually think it would be okay for Tursus to job here. I think he'll still be a damn monster.
I don't think he's going to job.
Well, I mean, he
very hard-fought contest.
He will lose a worked match.
Right. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to, like, you know, get squashed.
Oh, job and squash are completely
different. Yeah, I know, but I just thought you meant something else, pretty much.
Wrestling logic, yay!
It's going to be a hard-fought contest. It's going to be like if they're going to do it, and Chikara is so good at this, they're going to make it so you don't think Green Ant could ever win, and he will.
Mm-hmm. And they've had some really fun build-ups, and they've had some little snippets of footage in the High Noon reports with the lovely Jessie McKay hosting that. This needs to be talked about. Could they find a cuter individual to host that segment?
They're trying to make legal porn.
It's
YouTube porn.
Just, good God, people. Just, how can you resist that? It's,
I love the way she says computer. She
mispronounces lucha de apuestas. She's like, lucha de apueste. And I'm like, what are you even saying? But you're so cute.
Yeah, she's really attractive. I've liked her for a few years now. I remember I saw her in that match. It was like the Colony and her versus... I forget. Anyway, the point is Crossbones kicked her pretty damn hard. It's true.
Sounds like an 08 match.
It is. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, this is what I'm most excited about the Green Ant and Tursus match. I want to see what Quack taught Green Ant.
Oh yeah. I want to see if he uses the rod in his arm as suggested by Eddie Kingston, and I want to see how devious he gets, a la Ultraman is Black.
Yeah, that's so cool. Like, you're just going to see him try to use all the tools, you know?
We're going to see the inverted Chikara special
See, this is how you tell stories in the ring as opposed to only outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is companies are obsessed with angles, but you can have interesting stuff take place during a match if you have a commentary team that can put that shit over.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a really fun match. We have a lot of things to look forward to. But obviously, I think we both agree that Green Ant's going to win.
Yes.
Next,
What will probably be the semi-main. No disqualification. Lucha de Apuestas. Spectral Envoy of Ultramantis Black and Hollow Wicked against the BDK duo of Eris and Tim Donst.
the best team they could have picked, especially because Donst and Hollow Wicked did their whole thing, and just Donst rising to the occasion. I can't believe. Well, I can't tell you because I don't think you. Or did you get spoiled at the Tennessee show already?
I've been spoiled.
You have?
Yeah.
All right. So the way that Donst went over Kingston was slightly pretty kind of clean. The only dirty thing about it was, well, he cheated during the match, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't like he cheated to get the win.
Yeah.
It was after King and Quack had their thing. And then
So Kingston was distracted, and Tim Donst just took advantage, and not the most heelish thing.
yeah, it was just King was like a victim of circumstances, really. So was Donst. And Donst just gave him the Donstitution, and that was it, pretty much. So I mean, he went pretty to me more cleanly than usual over Kingston, and the whole thing is I think Donst is getting a great rub right now, and I'm glad because I like him a lot, and
He's a top heel going forward.
yes, but that's what I'm really getting into is because not only is all right, Mantis is definitely it's either Mantis or Wicked that's going to win, the match.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is important, since it's more of like a whoever gets pinned has to deal with the stipulation. So I think Aries is going to make Donst protect him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. Because Donst doesn't want to lose his hair,
Of course
but
not.
Aries is going to die for the Eye of Tyr.
Yep.
But the interesting thing about this is I think no matter what happens, Donst is going to beat the shit out of Aries.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I hope it happens.
For those listening to the video, we discussed before how we pretty much see Aries ending his Chikara run here, and I'm perfectly fine with that. He's done his deeds, despite missing too many shows, if you ask me, ruining the Midwest swing. But that's a whole different issue.
Well, Chikara is another victim of. He was so integral and part of all these angles, so they couldn't just say you're fired, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But they're gonna this is gonna be to put the Envoy over, have some sort of payoff to some angle, and to get to get Aries out of the picture and make Donst the big heel, whether the BDK is dead or not.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a great match up to that point because if you don't know, which you probably have heard already, I think this is the first no DQ match in history.
No, Claudio and Brody.
Oh, that's right.
And
Before the cage match, right?
yeah, before the cage
Yeah,
match.
but last year was not a no DQ. That was a false count anywhere, which is kind of the same thing. But
Let's just say, folks, it's very rare for this type of stipulation to be enacted.
yeah, so I expect them to use it. I hope they do. I hope they don't go lighthearted with it. I don't. I think they could still do it family friendly with using a lot of weapons. I think it's heated enough to call for that.
Absolutely.
And I want them to. I want them to have lots of chairs, maybe some tables. I just want it to be a war. I want it to be similar to... And of course, I'm not the type of fan that's always disappointed if it's not the way I want it, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want it to be like Cybernetico last year in a tag team match.
With weapons.
Yes.
Just madness.
Yeah, madness. Madness. It's going to be really special because it never happens in Chikara, and they should just go all out. It's their pay-per-view, internet pay-per-view time, and they need to do it, and they will, I think. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with, to me, the Batiri during all this. Because if you know, if you look at the previous card, the night before, which is tomorrow, the Batiri are teamed up with the BDK.
Mm-hmm.
So, are they putting... You know how wrestling has its cliches where sometimes people don't put one and one together?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you would like... I don't think the Batiri realized that the BDK has the IFTR yet. Do you think that's the match where they realize it? Or do you think they know it right now and they're going to do something about it at the pay-per-view? Because it's a no DQ match. They can interfere.
Because the real reason that Ultramantis is fighting so hard to get the IFTR back, other than Delirious, is to get Simbodi off his tail.
Yeah, that... I originally thought that Mantis wanted to make a stable with Kazarni, but I guess that's impossible now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've been through too much. But then again, you know, he could get... You also have to keep in mind, he could get Kazarni to do whatever he wants if he used the ITR on him.
Oh, God. But then he would betray Hollow Wicked. Good God, it's a regular soap opera.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Soap opera for young males. What, is that getting edited too?
No, that'll stay. Awkward pause and all.
Because you want to make me awkward.
Yep. I'm burying you. Just like Bryan Danielson.
So what's the other matches? Are we almost at the end here?
No, I think that's pretty much it. You know, I think that, you know, they're just going to end the show there. You know, nothing else really big is happening on this show.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, never mind. Eddie Kingston versus Mike Quackenbush to crown the first grand champion of Chikara.
I think we should address the main issue that people have going into this match. You can be honest with how you feel, but I'll be honest with how I feel.
Preach,
right.
Brother. Preach.
So a lot of people are mad that Quack booked himself to be, I don't care, I'm putting it right out there, that he booked himself to be in the main event, but I look at it this way in terms of business. Do you really think that people would look at Sarah Del Rey and look at Eddie Kingston and say, I got to order this pay-per-view because this match is going to be amazing? Now, do I think it could be a good match? Yes. But do I think it could be an amazing match? No. You also have the perfect booking going into this where Vin Gerard, all the shit with him, you know, destroying Kingston's leg against the guy who you don't want to have a weak limb against. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because the clock stopped. Okay, you can edit that. Anyway, so you have Kingston going in with a weak leg against the guy who you don't want to be showing any signs of weakness against, and he showed that with Sarah that you know, he's the master of 1,000 holds. He's going to tie you up. He's going to beat you down. You can target your limbs, and I like the booking going into it. And these two have never faced one-on-one. They've been with the company for a long-ass time, and it still hasn't happened. And just the fact that, you know, like Quack said on his interview with Alvarez, some companies have their first show in a champion's crown, but what are they the champion of? Chikara has had 10 years to do this. They're doing it now. It's had a lot of cool build to it, a very cool tournament with great matches in it. And I think the right choice was made because, you know, originally it was probably going to be Claudio and King. That got thrown out the window. Everyone wanted Sarah. I did too. The fact that she got really close, though, is going to make her a top contender when whoever wins this match, which is hopefully Kingston for all of our sakes. I think she's going to be like a top contender for the title. And we will get to see the King and Sarah match. So that's how I feel about it. There are going to be probably shenanigans with Vin Gerard, I'm guessing. And Tommy Dreamer's in his corner, so there's going to be a lot of weird stuff going on. Somebody's turning heel at the end of this match. Jake, tell me how you feel.
Okay. I'm one of those people who didn't hate it, but didn't love it when it was Mike Quackenbush who ended up in this match. I don't want to say apathetic, because Quack is a hell of a talent. Like, in Quack we trust, as me and Sean have said to each other 1,000 or so times. But I think I've gotten over that. And this is a student versus teacher thing. and you know that doesn't suck. That's always a fun element to put into it. In addition to the Kingston character, uh, Vin Gerard, not only Vin Gerard's deal with Kingston, but Vin Gerard's deal with Mike Quackenbush. I mean, Vin Gerard has said several times how he is, he claims to be Mike Quackenbush's favorite student.
Because he knows he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those spite things.
You know, in TNA world, Mike Quackenbush would turn heel and join forces with Vin Gerard, but this isn't TNA, unfortunately, or fortunately. Yay, fortunately, yay Chikara, boo TNA. So we got that going into it, and like I said to EmeraldFlowsion before this video came on, when you listen to that promo, which if you're watching this video, you've probably seen that promo, because I'm not very popular, but you've probably seen that promo, and it's just I finished watching it and I felt like I was 9 years old, and in my head, all of a sudden it was just like, my God, if Eddie doesn't win this match, it'll kill him. He'll quit wrestling. He'll go the way of Blackjack Marciano. He'll just vanish.
It stirred up that magic that you want as an adult. That's harder to find the older you get, the more jaded you become a little bit. But it had some kind of magic to it, and it makes you believe in the legitimacy of the sport of professional wrestling, if you know what I mean.
That it makes you believe that people care about what happens.
Yeah.
And that they care what people care about.
And let's not forget either, what had me excited already before that promo even took place was the hype videos they did for each particular guy. Kingston's
was better. I'll say it right here.
Yeah, but I like both.
Yeah. Some people weren't fans of the Quackenbush one. They thought it was plain. It wasn't earth-shattering, but it was good.
No, I thought it fit his character really well. So, I mean, it was just. Some of the exercises he were doing, goddamn.
So for those who don't know, I was an amateur wrestler in middle school and part of high school before injuries and stress and other stuff took over. But those neck bridges, my friends, they're something to do. And the way and the version that he was doing, good Lord.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I could never do something like that. I'd kill myself.
Oh, just...
I'm a klutz. I'd kill myself.
Broken neck in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fat, too, so...
I'm no Trim Jim myself.
Trim Jim?
Because it's the 1950s.
Hey.
Comedy.
So this show is going to be amazing. Even though we told you what we think is going to happen, we don't really know. It's not like we called up Chikara and said, tell us. There's still a lot of intrigue going into it for both of us, even though it sounds like we know. We don't. Some of the matches do look a little predictable in a way, but I've said that to a lot of Chikara cards, and they blew my mind. So there's going to be a quality card here, a quality card. And it's just a must-buy. It really is. Like, everyone says that. So many things. Even probably me, because I love Chikara. And but this is me looking on the outside in. If I've been told all the things we're telling you, I'd be excited to buy this.
It's this is going to be a festival of all sorts of stuff that people are going to enjoy. I really like all they're putting as many elements of Chikara into this show as they are. Yes. you have a woman being featured beating up a German announcer who announces his own matches. You have a comedy wrestler and a marching band leader having a match over a bunny. You have an ant and a Finnish monster. You have a inspirational story against a prick. You have a high intensity indie dream match. You have a story-laden no DQ war. You have other stuff, and you have history in the Kingston Quackenbush first ever Grand Championship match.
For once, a champion will be crowned that, god damn it, means something. I mean, people complain about legitimacy of titles. I think Chikara's done a great job with the tag titles and the Alliance Cup, and they've waited this long to crown a singles champion. That, by the way, they're not calling a world championship, so it's not cliched out like that either. They're not full of themselves. They know what they're worth, but they don't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not like calling it a world title because it's not. It's not yet. Until it goes to a few countries, maybe then you can make a case. But it's called the Grand Championship. They're doing it their way, and they've waited a long time to do it. And
I commend them.
Yeah, I commend them too, because how quickly was the Ring of Honor champion crowned? And I'm not trying to rip on Ring of Honor. I'm just setting up an example.
I think within about 3 months they had a champion.
Yeah. So like what
3 or 4
Bush was
months.
saying is true. Like, what were they the champion of at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think about, and some people have only started watching Chikara recently. So you got to think about I have the first shows on DVD. Do you?
No, I do not. But the Renaissance Dawns, for those who want to know what that is.
Yeah, you look at that show and you watch Chikara today, and you think back to all the angles that have taken place, all the storylines, all the fucking matches. There's been so many matches. And you just think, wow, this is where it's all coming down to, and it's really cool to think about. I mean, if you have I have the yearbook. Do you?
Nope.
It's really cool. You read from the beginning till now, and then you think, wow, there's going to be a champion. It's like, at first I wasn't even sold on the idea, but because I like tag team wrestling, and I think that's what Chikara does best. But since the 12 Large started, I just can't wait for this fucking match.
It's going to be something.
So, if you're not convinced to buy this pay-per-view, I don't know.
Literally, we don't know. Like, if this fantastic video couldn't do it, then nothing will.
I'm editing that out. Yeah, go to Go Fight Live, buy it now. It's $15 fucking. You spend your money on your WWE pay-per-views. You spend all night jerking off trying to get on a WWE stream so you can watch it for free. That's harder than this. You just pay $15. You just pay it with PayPal even. It's really simple. It's $15. You know all the angles going into it because everybody's talking about it. There's really no excuse why you shouldn't order this. People have said it time and time again, if you're not happy with mainstream wrestling, there's something else out there. People talk about ECW because WWE said it was okay to talk about ECW. But if you were alive in the 90s and you were tired of WWE and WCW, do you think you really would have watched ECW? Well, here's your chance to join something in the moment that's changing what wrestling is and can be. And you could do it for $15. Hop on board with everyone here. And if you do a review of it so your friends can find out about it.
Because I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah. This has been EmeraldFlowsion62. You know what I haven't said in a long, long time? The smart S wrestling fan on the IWC. And you know why that is, Jake?
Because you're on my channel?
Yes. That's a good guess.
That was a great guess.
Because I watch indie wrestling. You know where that comes from, right? People of the whole mindset that, man, all the indie fans think they're the smartest fans in the world. You know that. So
no, it's just a coincidence that we're smarter than them.
I don't think it's because we're indie fans, though. And you know what? If you're listening to this video and you've lasted this long, I just want to leave one thing with people. Never stop learning about wrestling. I never have and I never will. And there's always something to watch, whether it's from 30 years ago or 30 years in the future from now. You'll still have something to watch. So.
Halfway across the world, find something.
Yeah, there's something to watch. If you're not happy with what you're watching, you can always change. I've been watching a lot of 80s and early 90s All Japan, so...
No, you only watch Chikara.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Dude, I gotta make a Puro video so I can finally shut up all the people who say that.
Sorry for the video being long, but I've just had a lot of fun talking about this. We're really excited for this show, aren't we, Sean?
Kinda.
I want to thank EmeraldFlowsion62 for joining me. We've been wanting to do this video for over a week now, and we finally have.
Yeah, and we're gonna. I'm speaking for us, I guess, but I think we're gonna make more videos in the future because we. I don't know. I think we're good at it.
We have chemistry.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like the Patriot and Kenta Kobashi.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Before we go off into random joke mode, I'm DCK. Stay classy, everybody. Emerald.
Yeah, there's the chemistry you were alluding to. I'm EmeraldFlowsion62, and like Ray William Johnson, I approve of this message.